A tale on sculpting consciousness. Once upon a time, in a small town nestled between rolling hills and whispering meadows, there lived an artist named Eli who lived a solitary life. Eli was no ordinary artist. He possessed a rare gift that set him apart from the rest. He could sculpt not only physical forms, but also consciousness itself. Eli's workshop was a magical place, hidden on the outskirts of the town. It was filled with sculptures of every shape and size, each one telling a unique story. The townsfolk spoke in hushed whispers about Eli's creations, attributing mystical qualities to them. One sunny morning, a curious young woman named Lily decided to venture into the mysterious workshop. Lily was drawn by the tales she had heard, and her imagination ran wild with the possibilities of what she might find inside. The workshop's door creaked open as she timidly stepped inside. The workshop was a treasure trove of wonders. Marble and clay sculptures adorned every corner, each one seeming to breathe a life of its own. As Lily explored, she stumbled upon Eli, who was engrossed in his work, his hands expertly shaping a delicate figure. "Eli," Lily greeted him with a timid smile, "I've heard stories about your sculptures. They say they hold the essence of life. Is that true?" Eli looked up from his work and looked at Lily. Young one, stories have a way of weaving truth with fantasy. Come, sit with me, and I'll share the tale of sculpting consciousness." As Lily settled on a worn-out chair, Eli began his story. "Long ago, when I was a young artist still discovering my craft, I stumbled upon an ancient book in the town's dusty library. Its pages were filled with the wisdom of a forgotten era, and one chapter spoke of sculpting not just forms, but the very essence of consciousness." Intrigued, Lily leaned forward, eager to hear more. The book described a mystical technique that allowed an artist to infuse their creations with the thoughts, emotions, and life force of the sculptor. It was a gift passed down through generations, guarded by those who believed in the power of art to shape not only the physical but also the metaphysical. Eli noticed Lily's growing curiosity and decided it was time to reveal more about the mystical technique that fueled his unique artistry. The mystical technique," Eli began, a spark of excitement in his eyes. "It involves a deep connection with the raw materials and an even deeper connection with oneself. The ancient texts described it as the veil of reflection. It's a state of mind where the artist becomes a conduit between the tangible and the intangible, a bridge that allows the essence of consciousness to flow seamlessly into the sculpture." Lily leaned in, eager to understand the intricacies of this mysterious process. "As you sculpt," Eli continued, "you must enter a meditative state, where your mind is like a calm lake reflecting the moonlit sky. In this state, you open yourself to the emotions, thoughts, and life force that course through your being. It's like diving into the pool of your consciousness, exploring the depths of your soul." He gestured toward the sculptures around them. "Each figure you see here is not merely a product of skillful hands, it's a manifestation of the sculptor's inner world. The veil of reflection allows us to imprint our essence onto the sculpture, creating a resonance between the artist and the artwork." Lily absorbed Eli's words, her mind swirling with the possibilities of this profound connection between the artist and the art. "You breathe life into the material, infusing it with your emotions," Eli explained. "The clay or stone becomes a canvas for your consciousness, a medium through which you express the intangible. It's a delicate dance between the physical act of sculpting and the metaphysical journey within." Eli paused, his eyes reflecting a deep sense of nostalgia. "I dedicated years to mastering this ancient art. Each sculpture became a journey, a dance between my hands and the raw material. I delved into my consciousness, tapping into the essence of what makes us human, and transferred it to the figures I sculpted." Lily was captivated by Eli's words, her imagination painting vivid pictures of his artistic journey. One day, Eli continued, I sculpted a figure unlike any other. It was a manifestation of joy, with a playful twinkle in its eyes. As I breathed life into it, I felt a surge of happiness within myself. That sculpture, now displayed in the town square, has become a source of joy for everyone who lays eyes upon it. As Eli spoke, Lily couldn't help but feel a spark of inspiration within herself. Eli, she asked hesitantly, could you teach me this art of sculpting consciousness? Eli chuckled, his eyes twinkling with wisdom. My dear, the path of sculpting consciousness is a personal journey, one that each artist must embark on alone. But fear not, for I see the spark of creativity in your eyes. I can guide you, mentor you, but the true sculptor lies within. Eli led Lily to a work table and handed her a smooth lump of clay. Now, my dear apprentice, let's practice. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let the veil of reflection guide your hands. Lily followed Eli's instructions, inhaling deeply and exhaling slowly. As she closed her eyes, she felt a connection to the clay, sensing its potential to capture the essence of her thoughts and emotions. Imagine a moment that stirs your heart, Eli encouraged. Feel the emotions welling up within you, and let them flow through your fingertips. As Lily sculpted, she envisioned a scene from her childhood, a moment of pure joy and laughter. She molded the clay with a newfound intensity, her hands translating the vivid emotions into tangible form. Eli observed with a knowing smile. You're doing splendidly, my dear. The veil of reflection is a gentle guide, allowing you to express your innermost self through your art. And so, Lily became Eli's apprentice, spending days and nights in the magical workshop, delving deeper into the mystical art of sculpting consciousness. Under Eli's guidance, she learned the secrets of infusing life into her sculptures. Each piece she created told a story, a slice of her consciousness captured in the cool embrace of clay and stone. As Lily continued to sculpt, she felt a connection to the material that went beyond the physical act. The clay seemed to respond to her emotions, taking on a life of its own. When she finished her creation, a small figure stood before her, a joyful embodiment of her memories and emotions. Eli nodded in approval. You've taken your first steps into the realm of sculpting consciousness. With time and practice, you'll refine this technique, and your creations will carry the depth of your soul. The veil of reflection became her companion, guiding her hands as she transformed clay and stone into vessels of emotion and thought. The veil of reflection became a cherished tradition, passed down from mentor to apprentice, ensuring that the ancient artistry continued to weave its magic through the generations. As the months passed, the town began to notice a change. Lily's sculptures, displayed alongside Eli's, brought a new energy to the community. People found solace, inspiration, and sometimes even a mirror reflecting their own emotions in the art that was exhibited. The town marveled at the evolving masterpieces that adorned Lily's workshop, each sculpture telling a story that resonated with the hearts of those who beheld them. One day, as Lily was sculpting a figure that embodied the resilience of the human spirit, a frail old man entered the workshop. He shuffled slowly toward her, his eyes filled with a lifetime of stories. I've heard about your gift, young one, he said, his voice trembling with a mixture of curiosity and longing. Can you sculpt something that captures the essence of a lifetime? The joys, the sorrows, the moments that slip away like grains of sand? Lily felt a surge of empathy as she looked into the old man's eyes. With a determined nod, she began to shape the clay, pouring her heart and soul into the sculpture. The room was filled with ethereal energy, as if the very air was charged with the emotions she sculpted. When the sculpture was complete, the old man gasped. Standing in front of him was a sculpture that emanated beauty from a life well lived, appearing to be the weight of 1,000 stories. Tears welled up in the old man's eyes as he whispered, "You've given form to the intangible. This is my story, my journey, etched in clay." News of Lily's extraordinary ability spread like wildfire through the town. The once reclusive artist had become a beacon of creativity, a source of inspiration for everyone who crossed her path. Eli watched with pride as his apprentice flourished, her sculptures weaving a tapestry of emotions that touched the hearts of all who beheld them. In the small town nestled between rolling hills and whispering meadows, the sculptures stood not only as physical representations of beauty but also as portals into the souls of the artists who sculpted consciousness with the mystical technique that bridged the tangible and the intangible. And so, in this small town, the art of sculpting consciousness became a cherished tradition, passed down from one generation to the next. Lily's workshop, once hidden, now stood as a testament to the transformative power of art, a place where the intangible found tangible form and where consciousness itself was sculpted with love, passion, and the magic of creation. A great way to become more familiar with your consciousness is the practice of meditation. You can visit the link in the description for additional information on meditation. Thanks for watching.